Hi, Saga friends. I'm Wendy Schoen. You may know me, you may not know me, but I want to show you a technique today that I think you'll be interested in. It's called shell stitch by hand. It's used on little slips and dresses, so let's go ahead and do it. What I have here is a piece of Swiss batiste. It's not bright white, and normally for the most part would probably be white, but for demonstration purposes I'm using a little off-white color. So you can see a little contrast. The first thing I want to do is, you can see by my fabric that I have creased a nice slightly less of a quarter inch of the fabric back, and I ironed it in place. And then I want to do that again. So I need a double folded edge that equals approximately a quarter of an inch in width. So this particular stitch is worked over the finger, and what that means is without a hoop, and there is a way you hold the fabric so that you can comfortably work on it throughout the whole project without your hands cramping. So I tied a little knot in the end. I don't always use a knot, but I'm using a knot today, mostly because just because nobody's going to ever see the knot. You want to take 2 or 3 little running stitches at the base of the hem, and these little stitches are going to be, in the end, gathering stitches. So you're making a tiny little shell shape. Bring your thread through. And sometimes I even wax this thread to make it stronger, but this one is not as fine as 50 weight. It's more like a 30 weight, so you don't really need to do that. Now I'm going to stitch around the back and come out the same opening at the bottom, and then I'm going to tighten that as much as I can. And sometimes I even do it again, and that will hold the little tuck in place, the little gather. And I get a nice little gather there, if you can see that. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I need to move to the next tuck. You want to keep in mind that you want your tucks to be symmetrical, and you want them to be the same width as much as possible, as much as humanly possible, because we are doing handwork after all. But it does look neater and cleaner when you do so. So back to the back. Oops, through the same hole. And I am actually doing 2 things by doing this. I'm finishing off the edge and I'm decorating it. So it is a decorative technique. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing that until I get of course, the whole thing done. And normally when I'm trying to be precise, I tend to like things on the small side. So when I'm trying to do precision sizing, I might run a machine stitch on the edge so that I get a nice evenly spaced fold. Okay, so this is what your little shell stitch looks like from the right side. It is like a little cup, and it also has tacked the hem in place. Now I'm using a regular sharps needle, like a number 10. You can also use a larger needle if you like, but a smaller needle goes through the fabric easier. So that's how you do it. I'm so happy for this opportunity, and I hope I get to see you soon.